Jai Swaminarayan student. Today we are going to learn about the looping and counting techniques in a microprocessor. Looping and counting techniques in microprocessor. Okay. So what is a looping? That you already know. The programming techniques used to instruct the microprocessor to repeat task is called looping. माइक्रोप्रोसेसर ने कोई एक टास्क है એને રિપીટલી કરવું હોય તો that is known as a looping. How we can accomplish this looping? This process is accomplished by using jump instruction. Okay, કેવી રીતે થઈ શકે? તો we can use the jump instruction that we have already studied in unit number 3. The looping has a two groups. Looping ના કેટલા ગ્રુપ છે? બે ગ્રુપ છે. The first continuous loop. એ કેવું છે? Continuous loop છે, means without any condition. Without any condition, it repeat task continuously. કોઈ પણ condition વગર તે task ને repeat કરે છે. And the second is the conditional loop. Second શું છે? Conditional loop છે. It repeat task until condition is true. ક્યાં સુધી રિપીટ થાય છે? જ્યાં સુધી condition true હોય ત્યાં સુધી એ રિપીટ થાય છે. When the condition is false, it terminate from the loop. જ્યારે condition false થઈ જાય ત્યારે એ લૂપમાંથી બહાર નીકળી જાય છે. હવે આપણે જોઈશું કે what is continuous loop. So the first is the continuous loop. We will study it using the flowchart. આપણે એને flowchart ની મદદથી સમજીશું. What is a continuous loop? So suppose here is your start. This is our main task. And the last is a go back, where here and repeat. Okay, so from this chart you can easily understand that whenever the start is completed, okay, this is our basically you have already studied the flow chart. In this, the unconditional jump is required. In a continuous jump, it has a unconditional jump, means there is no condition required. એની પાસે કોઈ પણ જાતની condition નથી. Okay, so first it start, it perform the main task. At the end there is a jump. There is a jump instruction is given. At the last there is a given jump instruction. In the jump instruction, whenever this instruction is executed, it is jump to the given label. Suppose the label will come at here. Label come at here. So whenever the jump instruction is there, it continuously come at this position, and again it repeat the task. So a program with continuous loop with continuous loop does not stop repeating. એ રિપીટ થવાનું સ્ટોપ કરતું નથી. ક્યાં સુધી નહીં કરે રિપીટ? ક્યાં સુધી રિપીટ થશે? until system is reset. means it continuously looping by infinite time. so infinite time માટે continuous loop કરે છે. so that is known as a continuous looping. okay, so this is the continuous loop. now the next part is the conditional loop. હવે કયો પાર્ટ છે? conditional loop. okay, in the conditional loop there is a use of condition that we have already studied. jump if carry, jump if not carry, jump if 0, jump if not 0, jump if parity, jump if not parity is even, then jump if minus and jump if plus. okay, so this is the conditional loop. It is how it is set up? It is set up by the conditional jump instruction. એને કેવી રીતે સેટ કરી શકાય? તો using by the conditional jump instructions. okay, so that is the setup by the conditional jump instruction. what it does? this instruction checks flag. શું ચેક કરશે? ફ્લેગ. કયા કયા ફ્લેગ? તો 0 ફ્લેગ, carry flag, then parity flag, then sign flag. These flags are checked. and if condition given is satisfied, then repeat the specified task. okay, it specified the task. this loop usually include counting and indexing. આની અંદર શું હશે? તો it includes counting and indexing. the conditional loop we will explain using the now we will study the conditional loop using the flowchart. first, here is a start, and for the conditional loop you have to make the setup of the counter. so the first task is to set up counter. પહેલું કામ શું કરવાનું છે? આપણે કાઉન્ટરને ઇનિશિયલાઇઝ કરવાનું છે. then perform the task, then task perform. okay, after completion of the task perform we have to reduce counter by 1. okay, we have to reduce counter by 1. then put the condition, is counter 0? is counter 0? it says no. it says no. so there will be two possibilities. either it is no or yes. either it is no or yes. if it is no, then it comes at again the main task, and if it is yes, then it stop the loop. so this is also known as a indexing or counting. here is the counting is used. indexing means the task is performed. okay, so you can see here the flowchart is translated into the program by using this. first we have to start. તમારે પહેલા શું કરવાનું છે? start. then you have to set up the counter, means કે how much data or how much time you want to you want to repeat the task. તમારે કેટલી વાર task ને repeat કરવું છે? Based on that, you have to initialize the counter. Then you have to task perform program. You have to write the task performing program. Then you have to reduce the counter by 1. At last of the main program, you have to put the decrement instruction. You have to put the decrement instruction to reduce the counter by 1. Then if counter is 0, and if counter is 0, you have to see the condition. There will be two possibilities. Either it is yes or no. Either it is yes or no. If it is no, then the main task is again performed. And if it is yes, then it exit from the loop and it performs the stop. It performs the stop. So this is known as a looping, counting and indexing. It is known as a looping, counting and indexing in the microprocessor. We have already made the program of the looping in the lab session, in the previous lab session. Okay. So further, so this is known as a looping, counting and indexing. Ready? Now going to study about the stack and subroutine that we have already studied in the unit number 3, but we are repeating it here because it is in the part of the unit number 4. So what is a stack? Stack is a last in first out RAM. What is a stack? Stack is a last in first out RAM. Why it is used? It is used to temporary storage. શેના માટે ઉપયોગ થાય છે? તો ટેમ્પરરી સ્ટોરેજ માટે ઉપયોગ થાય છે while execution of the program. While execution of the program, the address of the stack is stored into the stack pointer register. એડ્રેસ ક્યાં સ્ટોર થાય છે? તો સ્ટેક પોઇન્ટર રજિસ્ટરની અંદર સ્ટોર થાય છે. How we can perform the data store and fetch from the stack? We have to use push and pop instruction. આપણે કઈ ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શનનો ઉપયોગ કરીએ છીએ? Push and pop. What is push and pop? The push is used to store data on the top of stack. It is used to retrieve data from top of stack. જ્યારે ડેટાને આપણે stack pointer પર મૂકવો છે, then we have to use the push instruction, and to fetch the data from the stack, then we have to use here the pop instruction. We have to use the pop instruction. Okay, so the operation is, suppose we will study using the one example. Suppose I want to add the data on the top of the stack. So first I have to initialize the stack pointer from the any of the address. Suppose I use here 299H. Okay, the stack pointer is initialized. Then I have to use HL pair. From the HL pair data, I have to transfer this data on the top of the stack. Then I have to use here push H, and the data is transferred to the pop D. Okay, and then HLT. This is one program. So first, what is performed? How the data is transferred? So the exact operation is like that. First stack pointer is decremented by 1. So here is a 2099. So here there is a 2098. Here 2098. The contents of the H. First, the contents of the H. What is the content of the H? That is 42. So it is transferred on this address 4 to H is transferred on the this address. Then again it is decremented by 1. Okay, again F to H is transferred on that data. So this is the after performing the pop instruction. Okay, when pop, sorry, this is after push instruction. This is after push instruction. So after performing the pop D, this is the data of H, this is the data of L. After performing the pop E, first the data from 2097 is available on the D. Again is incremented 2098. What is the data? That is 42. That here is E. Sorry, here is a E. The 2097 data is available on the E. 2098 data is available on the D. And again it is incremented, and this is the value of the stack pointer. In this way, we can perform the transferring of the data to the stack and retrieve the data from the stack. Again see here, first whenever the push instruction is executed, the address initialized by us, that is decremented by 1, and the whatever the data from the higher register or higher pair, that is transferred to the top of the stack. Again it is decremented by 1, the next data is transferred. Okay, so this is known as a stack. We have already studied this in the unit number 3. Okay, now the next topic is a subroutine. What is subroutine? Subroutine is a group of instruction. Subroutine is a group of instructions that will be used repeatedly in a different location of the large program. That we have already studied. What is a subroutine? Subroutine is a small program. That is used repeatedly in a different location of the large program. Okay, why the subroutine is required? Because we do not write repeatedly this program. Repeatedly instruction or a same instruction several times. Okay, so this is known as a subroutine. When main program calls the subroutine, the program execution is transferred to the subroutine. જ્યારે subroutine ને કોલ કરવામાં આવે છે ત્યારે program execution છે એ subroutine ઉપર transfer થઈ જાય છે, અને whatever the program counter address that is transferred to the stack pointer. જે program counter ની અંદર જે value છે એ value stack pointer ઉપર transfer થઈ જાય છે. Okay, so we will discuss it with the diagram. Suppose this is our main program. Okay, this is our main program. Okay, now this is the repeated instruction. Now here is our subroutine A. This is our subroutine A. Okay, now here you are call subroutine. અહીંયા તમે subroutine ને call કરો છો. So it transfers on the this. Okay, it transfers on the this. Then these instructions are executed. At the end, there is a return instruction is compulsory in the subroutine. Return instruction is compulsory subroutine. So this is our next instruction. So whenever the return instruction, this return instruction address is on the top of the stack. જે અહીંયાથી આપણે અહીંયાથી છોડ્યું તો આ ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શનનું અહીંયા જે એડ્રેસ આવતું હશે એ એડ્રેસ સ્ટેક ઉપર હશે. ઓકે, whenever the return instruction is executed, it fetches the data from the stack pointer and it comes on the program counter. So from the program counter, this return instruction has come to know that after the completion of the subroutine, it have to return on this. Okay, so that's why this return instruction is required. Again here call A, then again it comes at here. After the completion of the return, it comes at here. Okay, so this is the main task of the subroutine. The subroutine is used with the call instruction. is એમાં ઉપયોગ થશે call instruction માં. Okay, so the main difference between call and subroutine is the main difference between jump and call instruction is that in the jump instruction there is a requirement of the condition or unconditioned, but there is only one instruction. In the call instruction there is a subroutine, means whenever you want to perform the small program repeatedly, then you have to use call instruction. Otherwise you have to use the jump instruction. Today's lecture you have to write the two questions. The first question is explain looping, counting and indexing. Explain looping, counting and indexing, and explain short note on a stack pointer or a stack and subroutine. Okay, so these two questions you have to write. Jai Swaminarayan.